So this is these are two Samsung displays that I built, and they're pretty neat. So I have them both hooked up to this decoder, which will take any number from 0 to 15. So 0000 to 1111 in binary, and it'll actually go through this decoder, and then it will actually show that number on the screen. So this is 0101, which is 5, because then you can see 05 on the screen, and then you can put in. Oh, both those are 0. So these both go back to 0, and it's pretty neat how they do that. I think I'll show that in a bit, but right now, so those are 17 displays with 3 lamps per segment. This one is one I'm working on, which is only 2 lamps per segment. So it's actually a much smaller design, and for right now, I haven't worked on this since recording this. Well, I worked on it a little bit after it, and I finished it up, but I'm probably going to hook it up to a decoder, and then I'll probably just keep one 7-second display, so I'll probably just make it 4 number input, and then I'll make it go up to 9, but that'll be it. But basically, the way these things work, if you don't know how a 7-second display works in Minecraft, basically what happens is you have this input right here, and what happens is it leads into a line that powers a redstone torch, and basically that redstone torch powers another line of blocks that will go across. So this powers that torch, which powers this line, and that line goes across, and then it goes up and around. And these lines, you place torches above each of these lines, because each of these lines down here actually coordinate with a different segment. So you have, this line right here is hooked up to the bottom right segment. That one right there at the bottom. And then you can, you can find out where they go. So this segment right here goes to the bottom left. And what you do is you place a redstone torch on these lines of wool blocks going above these lines, above the area that you want to power. And that will be like your program for the segment. And basically, you also can't, you have to make sure you place the block above the line of redstone, like that, or else it will power stuff that you don't want to get powered at the time, and it kind of messes the whole thing up. So basically what happens is you take your line of blocks over all of these red lines. So I just use blue and red because they kind of contrast. So you take your blue line and you make it go above all the different red lines, and then from there, what you want to do is you want to place redstone on all of them. I place a repeater here because I need the power to transfer up all the time, up the glass tower, glass line. But the problem with it is that you can't place a repeater right in front of that, like right in front of the glass tower, because the way that redstone works, redstone dust will power the block it's attached to when the dust is powered like this, which is why those torches are off. But the problem is repeaters do not power the block they are attached to. And the problem with that is that you can't place the repeater right in front of the glass tower like this, because then you see how that torch is on right now. If I turn this input off, that torch is still on. And as you can see, these other inputs are off, and all their torches are off. But this is off, and that torch is on. So we have to place the repeater before the torch, the block that the torch should be on. So, and I have to place the repeater here just to make sure the signal will carry up all the way to the top, because if I don't do that, it won't reach. So, after you place your repeater there, however you design it really, you want to pretty much, as what I call program it. So you want, for 3, you want the bottom right, so you want to place that above the bottom right segment line, and then you want the bottom middle, which is this line right here. So I place that over there. So now you should have a hook shape, yep, like that. And then you want the top right and top middle lines, which these are right next to each other in my design. Okay, place them right there and right there, and then boom, you have a 3. So now whenever you turn this off, then the 3 disappears. So yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a smaller design for the traditional 7-second display. But this 7-second display also has 2. It can hold 2. And the way I made this work, so it goes from original design was 1 through 9 and then 0. But then I decided that I wanted to add 10 through 15 as well. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And so with this 0 is constantly being powered right now. So both zeros are constantly being powered. And the way I made it work is that the 0 on the right, which is in the ones place, if you follow this line, so basically the line will lead to the end of all the inputs. And yeah, you can see it right now that is on right now. That's always on. But then you can follow this line all the way back to the inputs. So whenever any input goes in, so any number is active, the right display will turn off from 0, and it'll display whatever number it is. And then the way I programmed the other 0, so you can go all the way up to, oh, yeah, a little lag. Got some 8 there. It doesn't really remove the 0, but yeah, you get the picture. But you can go all the way up to 9 with the right one being powered, and then the way this 0 is powered, this is the left 0. And the way this works is that line goes from all the inputs. But this line is only above inputs that start with 1, numbers that start with 1. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, but it won't turn on if numbers from 0 to 9 are on. So this will only ever turn off, the left 0 will only ever turn off when a number is greater than 9. So you can put in 9 right here, and you can see it's right there, it's 0, 9, but as soon as you put in 10, then that left 0 turns into a 1. And then you can, punch in 15, and you get 15. Both zeros turn off and you show your number. So yeah, this is a 7-second display, actually 2 of them, hooked next to each other, and it's pretty neat. It's nice. I'm probably going to hook this up to my 8-bit adder